Okay, so what I'd like you to do is just sit nice and tall from the base of the spine and close the eyes and breathe in and out through the nose. And we have our glass of water that's in front of us that we're going to kind of charge with the various elements. Okay, so I'd like you with your breathing to just sense, feel or imagine that you are in your primary source connection. So we sink deeply into the golden light of infinite wisdom so that we can access truth with regards to everything we ever were, are and to ever become. And then just sensing that from the core place and space of primary source, that we are transported into the sixth dimension, which is the location in this case where you have faced challenges in other times and places, or rather between lifetimes even. And this is the ceremony that is going to bring closure to the issues that have been presented in the past. And congratulations on your efforts to healing them to the extent that you have done up until this point. So bringing to our awareness that the organic company and alliance of primary source of pure benevolence are present at this ceremony of closure for the soul. So all of us gather around this glass of water that is in the center of the ceremonial location. And what we do is we project the essence or the frequency of prana to the water. And we do this from a pure heart and a pure state of unconditional love. So with every successive out-breath, project the benevolent frequencies of prana to the water itself. And so as we project the frequency of prana to the water, we simultaneously sense, feel or imagine that we are in its corresponding geometry. So the corresponding geometry for prana is the octahedron, right? So I sense, feel or imagine that I am in a beautiful octahedron, emerald green in colour. And with this infusion, take one sip of your water. And just feel the energy and essence of prana reaching every aspect of your energetic space. The essence of prana brings space, energy, flexibility, and continuity. Next, we focus on the energies of the fire element. So this is to support and reinforce our desires, our devotion, our direction, and our determination. And so with purity of heart, we project these qualities to our water in the glass. And the corresponding geometry to fire is the tetrahedron. So sense, feel or imagine that you stand or sit in a beautiful golden yellow tetrahedron as we infuse and project these qualities of fire to the water. And when you're ready, oiste? Ne. Pyramid tetrahedron, same thing. Tetraedro, yeah? Piramida. And so when you're ready to embrace the qualities of fire, you can take another sip of your water. And feeling the qualities and frequencies of fire as they reinforce the changes that have been made. Next, we bring our awareness to the qualities of water. And so for water, we have the cleansing of negative emotions. We have the cleansing of negative charges. And we have the homeostasis or balance of these benevolent qualities of the water element, projecting these to our glass of water now. As I sense, feel or imagine that I stand inside of a beautiful icosahedron, which corresponds to the water element. Beautiful blue icosahedron. And when I feel ready to reinforce and embody these qualities, I take the next sip of water. And I allow these frequencies of water element to flow into all aspects and areas of my space. Breathe and receive. Next, I shift my attention to our fourth element in line, earth. So the qualities that I want to project to my water for earth are ones of stability, groundedness, solid foundations, abundance, good health. And acceptance of earthly pleasures from the place of my perception that feels good to me. So projecting these qualities to our water. As I stand in a beautiful red hexahedron, which is the geometry that corresponds to Earth, or material-based issues. And when I feel ready to drink the infusion of positive earth qualities, I can take another sip of my water. And allowing these frequencies to flow effortlessly through my space and reinforce all of the wonderful changes that have been made. And finally, we move for the final part of this ceremony to the fifth element in question, which is the element of ether. And the qualities of ether is to be highly spiritually aware, to be an evolved being, to have our psychic and our intuitive senses activated and working optimally from a place of health, and being able to embody non-physical qualities whilst I am in a physical existence. And so we project these qualities to our water to infuse it. And I sense, feel or imagine that I stand inside a beautiful pearly white icosahedron, which is the geometry that corresponds to ether. Dodeca, icosa was for water. Dodeca is the one for ether, spirit. And when I feel ready to embody those qualities of ether, I take a sip of the water that is infused with these qualities. I activate and reinforce this celestial ceremony with a golden light impulse from primary source, the central sun and crystalline heart of Mother Earth, to all facets and dimensions of my existence, and to the core of our challenge for this period, which is the sixth dimension. When you are ready, cleanse, ground, and disconnect.